Hi everyone, this is Diane. Thank you for coming to my channel today. I hope you see something you like. We will have a little bit of a variety today. I'm going to start with a haul from Hobby Lobby and JoAnns, as I went to Horseheads with my sister yesterday. And then we're going to do some work in the Mermaid Journals that I'm working on. So first, let's go with the haul. So, like I said, I went to Hobby Lobby and JoAnns. JoAnns had the Tim Holtz stuff, I think it was 30% off. So I stocked up on a few alcohol inks. I already have all of these colors: cranberry, eggplant, lettuce, wild plum, butterscotch, and stream. But I use them quite a bit, and so I thought I would keep some on hand to replace them when they run out. And this one I know I don't have any of because I didn't even realize that they were alcohol pearls. I have never tried them. I think it's just got a pearlescent addition to it. And they are Deception. That might say Splendid, I can't tell. And Alchemy. So I'm kind of curious to try those. I have this little tin that I keep my alcohol inks in because they tipped over before I got this, and at least one of them leaked, and it was one that I use a lot, which is butterscotch, which I got a replacement of. So there are enough slots for these. The other ones will remain unopened until I need them, but I can buy another pack. I'll have to look on Amazon because the store variety is limited. But I'd like to fill my tin. I have 7 slots left. I don't know if I said that. But now I only have 4. Okay, what else did I buy? I got some more of these little glassine bags that are in the what used to be the dollar spot, but they're now about $2.50. But it seems like every time I go there, they are 40% off. Or it's either 40 or 30. So they ended up being like $1.67, and there are 5. Maybe it was $1.74. And there are 5 bags in each package, so that's a pretty good deal. I got lemons and those 2 light blue and this one darker blue. I use them a lot, so I stocked up on some more. Again, this was 30% off, and it's metal label frames. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. And all the Paper Studio stuff was 50% off. So I got these 2 packs of charms for $2.50. Aren't they beautiful? And I knew I needed some more charms. I grabbed this package of sponges, and I will cut them in half or even quarters. Maybe at least one I'll cut in quarters, so I have little sponges to use. I had some, but they're kind of all used up. I got some more charms at half price. Perfect for the mermaid journals I'm working on. These beautiful little mermaid tails. It was $2.50 for 4 of them. Tim Holtz again on sale. I'm mixing up the JoAnns and Hobby Lobby. You probably noticed. These are Hobby Lobby. It doesn't really matter. These are from Hobby Lobby also, in the art department. Back to JoAnns. I think I got these at JoAnns with 30% off because the Tim Holtz wasn't on sale at Hobby Lobby. So I'm sure these were JoAnns. I had never seen these except on his videos where he shows his new items, and these are gauge dials. And I love circles, as you know, if you watch my channel very much. And these are all really cool vintage gauge dials. I can have so much fun with them. And I don't know if I have this pack of ephemera. It's called Keepsakes. I don't think I have this one. And I don't need more ephemera. I have tons. It has tiny little labels. Yeah, I don't, some of this doesn't look familiar. I think I might have this hand, but I know I don't have this. But whatever, if I use it, if I have two, it's okay, because I'll use it. Oh, yeah, I don't have this pack. Look at all those cute little labels. They're just, I think they kind of, some pieces get into more than one pack, because I have those airmail little thingies. There's a pretty bird. Oh, look at that. I love that seal. Oh, lots and lots of fun things in here. Oh, I sound like I'm getting sick, but I'm not. I just had a terrible night. I was up, I couldn't sleep, and I kept getting up to do something and then try to sleep again. So I didn't get to sleep till just about 4 o'clock, and I'm just feeling a bit rough. It's become a worse problem for me. This came from Hobby Lobby in the clearance section, so it's just a remnant piece, but it's duck fabric, so it's heavier. Isn't it beautiful? I love the colors. I love the sketchy look of the flowers and the pretty background, just a neutral background to showcase these vibrant flowers with kind of a fall color palette to them. And this was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. It's earrings, or I guess they're not earrings, they're just pendants or charms to make jewelry with, I suppose. But I thought they were really cool. I liked the shape, I liked the fringe, and I could hang one from the spine of a book. And I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I couldn't help it because the colors are so pretty. And as I just said recently, that I have been using more color in my journals and not so much all the vintage stuff, although I still love the vintage and I'll still make it, but I've been using more color, and these just really spoke to me. It helped that when the very first paper I saw when I peeked at in here was, I want to show it to you. Hang on, I gotta find it. This one. That was the first thing I saw. But it's called Florals and Fruits. It has 60 sheets, 20 different designs, 3 of each design, and they are not super heavy cardstock, but they are a lightweight cardstock. And I think the colors are magnificent. And I wouldn't use this just for a summer journal. I don't just do summer journals for the most part. My summer journals are the seashell ones and the mermaid ones, and I don't do them every year. But I would use these in a 3-ring binder or a 5-ring binder journal, or just an eclectic journal, because look at the colors. Do you guys like these colorful things? My sister was surprised, I think, that I wanted to buy this. She said, "You're turning into the Pioneer Woman." Because we both like the Pioneer Woman, and we both have her plates and stuff in our kitchens, and she's pretty colorful. I'm not crazy about the pomegranate page, I have to say. I love this one. But I love that paper, and I'm excited to get to use it. And then lastly, I got 2 magazines they're both expensive magazines. But, you know, what are you going to do? The reason I got this one it's called Where Women Create, and I got it because one of my viewers told me on a recent video that this issue contains Kathy Holden's studio. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to go make sure I got up there to look for this magazine before it was gone. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time looking at it with you, because I want to take my time and look at it when I have some leisure time. but I'm going to give you a peek. I have seen her studio on, she has a channel on YouTube, CATHEHOLDEN. That's the name of her YouTube channel. And she just showcases her Moda fabric, her line of Moda fabrics. And, oh, I'm so excited because yesterday I saw on her channel a new video, and she has one coming out in August, and it's Amazing Grace and Lace or something like that. And it's beautiful. But in January of 2023, she'll have another one coming out, and it is called Junk Journal. Now, I have her flea market fabrics, and that's perfect for junk journalers. But now she has a line coming out called Junk Journal. And if you go to that channel, you will see what they look like. She'll show you all the fabrics. So I can't wait for January to get those fabrics. So I want to use my flea market ones, which I was planning to do toward the end of the summer, kind of do a flea market journal with those flea market fabrics, plus she has flea market scrapbooking pieces now, and I got those. So I want to do a flea market journal because it will be drawing, my flea market season will be drawing to a close, so I think it would be a fitting way to use those things, make some flea market journals. So I want to use some of that fabric before I get any new. But anyway, I've seen her studio in the background, so I can't wait to read the article. I'll show you what she looks like. That's her. I can't wait to read the article and take a really good look at her studio, but also I get to look at other people's studios, which is really cool. I love to see where women create. And I got this at JoAnn's, okay? And they do carry these magazines at Barnes & Noble, and I think I saw it there, but I'd already purchased it. But I did get this at Barnes & Noble. I don't buy Bella Grace a lot because it is so expensive, but this one is the Book of Lists. So I went ahead. It's a splurge. But it's really cool because they have these listy things in all of their issues, and they're wonderful lists, and then they encourage you to make your own list or add to the list. And I read the beginnings of one. I thought it was titled that, but that's not it. And I loved the things that were in the list. Oh, this is it. I love the things that were in the list so much that I just wanted to have it and read it and then make my own lists. Things to fill your life with, and I only read the first few, and it hooked me. Things to fill your life with: cream lace dresses, Tchaikovsky music, walk in the snow, velvet gown, silk pajamas, dream journals, soft curls, etc. Audrey Hepburn movies, strawberry cake, romantic fantasies, satin robes, angelic poetry. So you could make your own list with the things that you would like to fill your life with. And this book is full of lists. Not so random acts of kindness. Men wearing bow ties, blue skies after rain, and a good cry. I don't know what kind of a list this is, but it talks about it right here. So 89 beautiful days of winter. And there are some pages to make lists. Enchanting words. Now, when I was younger, there was I forgot her name, but in the Good Housekeeping magazine, she had a small list in each issue. It was just a little blurb like that. And it was called Life Savers, S-A-V-O-R-S, things we savor in our life. And I loved those lists. So this reminds me of that. All right, I spent a lot more time on that than I intended to, and I don't always do hauls from the craft stores, but I just was excited about what I got and I wanted to share it with you. Now I'm working on the Mermaid Journals. I have not put the fabric on the inside of this yet because I decided I want to bind my signatures onto a spine piece with a piece of fabric and then glue that here, and it would have a piece of fabric extending out, and then I would glue the fabric on top of that to cover that raw edge. But yeah, and so then I don't think I would sew around the edges if I do it that way, because it's already sewn around the edges, but I figured I would sew around the edges for the inside fabric too. But I think I changed my plan. I started to put glue on here and then changed my mind. So I have my signatures, except I wanted to add some tracing paper. So I have my splat box and some tracing paper. This is just a piece of food service wax paper sheets, or parchment paper sheets. I just am putting that there to protect my desk because the paper is going to stick out. And I'm going to put tissue paper or tracing paper in there. And this is just tracing paper. I think I picked this up at the thrift store actually, but I just buy tracing paper at Walmart usually if I have to buy it new. So I'll put that in there, and then I have some sprays back here. I'm going to spray some color. I have greens and blues and a little purple, a little bit of yellow, and I got this pink one, but I haven't even, it's a Tattered Angels Viva Pink, but the bottle got clogged, so I switched it over here. I don't know, it might be too bright. So we're just gonna experiment. It's just tracing. I'm shaking my water bottle. I'm just spraying it with water first because these are Distress Oxide sprays, so they can intermingle with each other. This one is Faded Jeans, and I will add Mermaid Lagoon because I'm making a mermaid journal, so I have to use this color. It's a brighter blue. And a little bit of purple. This one is Wilted Violet. Try to be a little subtle with it, but that didn't work. I'm going to add some more Faded Jeans on top of that. Kind of tone down the purple. And I'm going to just spray some more water on it. So now, I was going to lay down some of my newsprint paper on the floor so I'd have a place to lay these wet papers, and of course I forgot to do that, so I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm going to lay this on the papers. We're just going to do 2 more. You can see they don't take very long. So I did 3 last night, and then I will show you what I'm going to do with them, with the ones that are already done and dry. All right, well, let's try this pink. Let's see how bright it is before I add other colors. Oh, not very. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't look very pink to me. But we can cover it with navy blue. I didn't spray this with water first, but that's okay because I can spray it with water after. And I kind of like that murky looking color. Maybe I'll try a little bit of mustard seed on this one. That's bright. And I will water it down and see what happens. That's a bit too bright for my taste, so I'm going to blot some of that off, I think. I'm going to just get rid of this one. I don't like it. But I think I'm going to use a little bit of vintage photo. And, you know, if we don't like the way this turned out, we don't have to use it. And let's do green. Peeled paint. And a little shot of purple. And water to help it mix and oxidize. That looks neat. I like that one. And one more. We'll go back to the blues and purples, I think, for this one. I don't know what's wrong with this one. It doesn't seem like it has much pigment in it. It did. It used to. I think this is one I made. We're getting better now. I made this one with food coloring and then I added some shimmer to it. But it's almost gone. Faded jeans and the purple. I'm going to see if I have a different purple that's not quite so bright. I do. Well, this is Dilutions. Let's see how bright this is. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh, see, now it's bright. Didn't look like that when I practiced squirted it. I'm going to add a little more blue to it. Okay. And I will just let these dry. Alrighty. Alright, I still have about 20 minutes or so. So I'm going to show you what I want to do with the pieces that I've already made. Sprayed, and maybe do a little something with my blue glitter kiss that I forgot I had. This is Sky Blue Kiss, and I also have a gold treasure gilding polish. So this is Glitter Kiss and this is Gilding Polish, and I haven't really played with them. Look how pretty my hands are. Alright, so this is what I sprayed yesterday, plus I already have one that's in one of these signatures. The pages that I'm cutting for this journal are 8 1/4 high and 10 3/4 wide. You know, and then they fold in half. Wow, look how yellow that is on that side, because that was on the bottom of this and I added other colors to it. I like this torn edge. This is where it got torn out of the paper pad. I'm going to leave that. Actually, that's not going to matter. It is not going to matter. I just need to cut this to the right height, 8 1/4. And I'll just take my signature here, and I'm folding this in half. Wonder why. Must be it's a little bit shorter than 8 1/4. This is a little tall. But it's a little bit wide. So I'm just going to take this. This is where the edge of my page is. So I'm going to take this and tear so that the tear line is somewhere within this space. I like that instead of white, because the color went through, you get this kind of a tan edge. Then I'll just flip it over and do the same thing on this side. And I wanted it to be uneven like that. And then I will tuck it inside. I think I put it here. That's why I said that jagged edge won't matter, because I'm tearing it off. I'll just cut this at 8. Get the back of that one. This feels a little bit chalky on this side that got sprayed. And I kind of guided it to go in a little bit further just to give it some more interest here. And I can use these scraps for something in this journal. Now what I wanted to do with this was take some of my textured embossed paper, especially the blues, but I want to see what it looks like on the white, because I experimented on this little scrap. Can you see the shimmer in that? It is gorgeous. So I got these from Amazon. I can link them below. Look at that. I don't know if you can kind of tell what the texture is like. It's not liquidy, it's almost gel-like. But anyway, I put some on my finger and just rubbed it on. Couldn't be easier. And I don't know what I'll do with these pieces, but I am using them to like make clustery collagey things on the pages. I just made a whole bunch of, took some scraps and embossed them. So I can use some in this journal, and then I'll have some to use, save for other journals. It looks pretty with the blue on the white also. Now let's see what the gold gilding polish looks like. My hands are so messy. So this is more gooey looking. It still has a gel-like consistency to it, I think. Let's try this on this turquoise scrap. That's gorgeous. It's getting down into the lower portions too. I must have been pressing too hard with my finger. And this is, I think, more liquidy than the other one, so it wants to get down in there. So you'd have to have a very light touch if you want to just do the top. Maybe put it on a sponge and just lightly go across. But that's really pretty. I love that. Let's try it on white. This one is the seabed. I'm gonna tear it like that. Maybe I have too much on my finger. Yeah, I like it better with a light touch. It depends on the look you're going for, I suppose. That's gorgeous. Let's do this one. How about doing it with a little bit of both? And I think I want a little more blue. Yeah, these are nice. Okay, so I will be able to use them in collages. In case you didn't see, oh, I don't know where the tags are. I made some tags already with some of these, but I did a video. So I'm not sure exactly where they are at this moment, but you'll see them. We're going to use these as we work on the journal. Flip that over. I used the digital paper. These papers in this journal are from it has 3 words. Journal, book, and home. Home book and journal, something like that. I remembered it yesterday. So anyway, I can link this kit below. It's pretty vibrant. And the lined paper is from a kit called Song of the Sea, which is no longer available because that shop has closed. I bought that several years ago. I have some dyed graph paper that I bought from an Etsy shop. I have this pretty paper that is from a think it's a Paper Studio pad. Yeah, called Mermaid Dreams from Hobby Lobby. Don't know if it's still there. I didn't look for it yesterday while I was there. And I need to do something to those pages. And there's just another dyed paper that's, this one has a grid and this one doesn't. I got them both from the same shop. Then our tracing paper and a book page. This is from a quilt book showing a mermaid quilt. So I really didn't add extra papers. There's the journal kit, scrapbook paper, the dyed paper, and one book page. And an envelope that came with the no longer available kit. And I'll probably sew it into the center and then glue it closed after it's sewn in, so it'll flip back and forth like that. But I started coloring one of the, yeah, I think it was this one, yeah. So I stamped that, and then I took this stamp and used a light blue ink and stamped it all over to give it some nice color. And I think on this one I will decoupage a napkin. I have a mermaid napkin to use. And it takes up quite a bit of room. I could, you know, cut her off here and trim it here, but I kind of want to just make full use of this beautiful image. So I think that's what I'm going to do with that. But I think I would want to do a little bit of coloring on the background first. Not sure how. I think I'll just stencil. And if I use a StazOn ink, it won't smear and run when I add the Mod Podge. So that one is called Caribbean Green, and this one is an archival ink called Bluebird. Don't think I have a purple because I'm not a purple fan. I have purple in other inks, but not in the waterproof ones. Maybe a little bit of that green could help. Let's just see what we end up with. I can just do some seaweedy swirls. Going to start with Caribbean Green. I don't even know if I've ever used this. That's nice. And I'll add another color with a different stencil on top. Got a little bit of purple there from the tracing paper that was up against it. And I'll use the Bluebird for maybe just some dots. Which of these was used for a blue ink? Maybe this, I don't know. I don't see any color coming off it. Just lightly scatter some of this around. I think it gives more depth to add 2 different stencils with 2 different colors on a stenciled page. I think maybe because there's that purple spot there, it's really close to the fold, but maybe after I do the decoupage I can add a little bit of purple through a stencil to the page, to the parts that aren't on the mermaid. And hopefully that stenciling will show through to help her feel like a part of the page and not just plastered on top. And I could stencil, when I do the purple, I could stencil over the napkin too to help with that. So I'm going to just get a little Mod Podge out, and well, I don't have much time before we're done with this video. I think I have time to get this put on. And I'll probably do all of the pages in both journals that I want to do Mod Podge when I turn the camera off. Since I've got the Mod Podge out, I might as well do them all. Oops. I just pour it into a little cup for ease of use, and I use a foam brush, which I dispose of when I'm done. So that's another reason why I want to do all of them at once, so I don't waste a foam brush. Look at all that journaling space I'm taking away from you. But there are 2 of these scrapbook pages in each signature and 3 of the digital ones in each signature, and on the back of every digital page is a journaling page. And you will have the dyed pages to write on, so there will be lots of space for writing. Not even counting the cards and tags that will go in the pockets. So there's that, and of course I have to let that dry before I stamp any purple on it. And I'm going to say goodbye to you here. My battery light's flashing. We're almost at 44 minutes. So it's time to say goodbye for this video, and I hope you enjoyed seeing my Hobby Lobby finds. Did you have a favorite? And I hope that you enjoyed getting a peek at the Mermaid Journal progress. Thanks so much for watching, and have a creative day today, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.